Hello there, Capricorn. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Capricorn for August of 2021. For everybody who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card for like an overall view of the month, and we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading, hopefully to bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a weird speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. Makes all you Capricorns name Frankie for the time of the reading, I suppose. So look at your moon sign and your rising sign. You're going to get a more comprehensive view of the month, and I don't believe these cards will go week by week. I think they'll probably blend in and out throughout the month as an overall theme for the month. Now, we have good words here, and it tells me just like don't be afraid of anything. Just the words are understanding, trust, patience, courage. We're going to have the strength no matter what it is. I see one card that might possibly be a little tough, but not if it's used in the right way. So other than that, we have a really actually excellent cards laying here. Our first card on the bottom of the deck here is the 3 of Cups. That's excellent, because when you get the Ace of Cups and the 2 of Cups put together, you can have a baby, you can have something that you're going to celebrate, because 2 of Cups is a partnership card. The 3 of Cups is a card of celebration that's coming along. So I think that this is a month for us just to put aside all the fear. So, because we're experiencing success this month, plenty, even if it doesn't look like it, we have that word patience in there. It tells me if it's not here today, it's probably going to be there tomorrow. So what's the big worry? So it's a time of merriment and having fun and joy, things like that, celebration at hand. All that kind of energy comes up around this card. Things are feelings, because cups are emotions. So feelings that could have been murky before are now becoming way clearer to us, and we're on our way to doing great things. So it tells me, the card's basically telling me, go celebrate, have something, that I'm basically looking forwards to that's going to be important to me. What is my next adventure? Like our word down here, what is it? What do I want to do? What do I want to be when I grow up and become a big Capricorn, or however you want to put it? Because this is the adventure card, because now we have the Fool. This kid here, he's got a little sandwich packed in his bag and his dog, and usually you can see the cliff. You can see that his legs stepping forward, but he's stepping off a cliff and not even caring to look. He has the white rose of innocence in his hand, and he's just jumping off. So this is a card that's telling us that we are definitely this month out of sync with the rest of the world. So we want to go out. We want to do it on our own. We're going to push forward at all costs, basically. So we may somehow feel like we're out of sync with everybody else in the world, with our friends, with our family, if we say what it is that we want to do. But our experience of whatever is going on in our life right now, the current situation in our life, is way different from how others are viewing it. So we're listening to the sound of the beat of our own drummer. And with a Fool card, usually we are going forward and doing it no matter what anyone else says. And we have the courage and adventure word in here. But we have patience, and we have trust, and understanding. So I'm going to say this is the way to go, with a little caveat. Like, let's weigh the risks this time around instead of just jumping face first into it because it's exciting and it's new and it's wonderful. Maybe we want to put the pros and cons down on paper and writing so we can see it. And if the pros outweigh in our minds, our feeling, our intuitive nature, if the pros outweigh the cons, we jump on it. If it doesn't happen this same minute, like I'm saying, be patient. Trust. It is coming. It's the way that I need to move forward for my own self in my life. And it's going to be as it's going to be. And I don't know whatever path it is, whether it's work or romance or what. Some of us, this might be a romance card. Some of us, this might be a career reading card going forward in something that we think's exciting or adventurous for us to do. Others of us, it could be a new relationship type with one of the cards I'm seeing here. Really maybe thinking about, is this what I want for the rest of my life? But whatever way it is, we're going to work hard to get it, no matter what it is, because now we have the 10 of rods, and that's carrying 10 rods of burden on our shoulders. But some of us will feel that these burdens are appropriate for us to take on because they're appropriate to the new cycle in our lives. So they may feel heavy. They might feel burdensome if we think about it for a minute. Yeah, it's heavy, it's tough, it's a long thing to hoe, or a long row to hoe, but we have the strength of character this month to carry this heavy load, and we feel like we can do anything, even if it's an extremely difficult task. We're going to undertake it. We're going to do it because of the Fool card in there, and that's the way we're seeing things. Not the way others are seeing it this month. It's the way we are seeing it. Now, for others of us, we might feel like all the extra effort, energy we put in may have went for nothing, or that we are carrying burdens that really maybe don't even belong to us. Now, since we're going forward on some kind of new path, we might want to weigh that. It's up to us whether the burdens that we're carrying are legitimately ours, or do they belong to someone else. Sometimes one member of a family, one member of a group or a team, or maybe in the corporation gets all the dirty work thrown on them just because they can do it. And we Capricorns are very efficient, and we can do just about anything. So if they're dumping it on us, maybe we want to think about, are others willing to do their fair share, and ask for help if we need it. Now, examples of this are, I know a lot of us were stuck home when the kids were out of school and out of work and all that kind of stuff, and we're doing all the chores, and we say, Johnny, get the laundry or get the garbage, take it out for me. And Johnny says, I will in a minute. Okay. And goes by 1-2 hours, and it's Johnny, get the garbage. And it keeps happening and happening. Johnny's not paying attention to me. He's saying, oh, I will. I'll do it in a minute when I'm done with my game. Next thing you know, I've got old Johnny by the ear, dragging him into the garbage. Or am I taking out myself? It's easier. So I'm going to go take it out myself. At least I know it's done. That's when we're taking on someone else's load, or the coworker at work that's always saying, Capricorn, I have an appointment every Friday. Have to leave a half an hour, 15 minutes early because I have my nail appointment. Finish this work. The Capricorn, the boss, wanted it done yesterday. And I've been doing it and doing it and doing it for this coworker. And all of a sudden, I am so loaded up with my own burdens, my own work at work. I am going to stay overtime and not get the extra money for it if I take on her job too. So maybe I say no. And if they continue to keep on doing it, maybe I go tell someone, the HR or something. Every Friday night, Anne leaves to go get her nails done, and I'm the one basically stuck here doing her work. She's throwing it on my desk, and I just I don't have the time, the energy, or the patience to continue taking this on for her, because it's just too much work for me. And I might want to think about speaking up or speaking to my boss, someone like that, if you think about it. So weigh it, think about it, right? Am I doing someone else's job or someone else's work and not my own? If it's my own and it's appropriate to this new cycle, and we have the Fool card, so there is a new cycle coming into our life. If that's appropriate and I need to do it myself, because then I know it's done right, I'm going to do it. If it's someone else's, I'm not taking on anything extra that isn't going to like contribute to the whatever the project that I'm in is right now. If it's not going to contribute to it, I'm going to leave it off to the wayside or give it back to whoever it is that deserves it. You know, we do a lot for others, and a lot of times it's not reciprocated. So if that's the feeling I have, it's time to say no. I don't want to have that. Basically, I don't want that feeling anymore, and I'm doing what I have to do for my own self to get ahead. Our next energy here is the Queen of Cups, and that's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's water energy, male or female, because these are general readings. If it's someone outside of me, because I'm earth energy, I am not water energy. Capricorn's earth energy. So this is usually an affectionate, very loving type of energy, or a person, like the very best mother or father or very best friend in the entire world. They're wise in the ways of love. They're really have, and in the ways of a human heart, like someone to talk to if I have something emotional going on in my life, because their attitude is really receptive, really open, really loving and caring. You know, they could be an artist, they could be someone with some type of visionary tendency, but their psychic ability is highly developed. This person's psychic ability is extremely developed, but they like temper it with this really type of mature judgment. They just don't go off half-cocked telling you how they feel about something unless you're really there talking to them, so you can trust them for that. So if it isn't a person in my life, it's telling me that if I have some kind of creative endeavor that I'm working on, right? A creative endeavor I'm working on, with the emotional tone about it is extremely positive. So it's going to develop very well for me. So I want to keep that also in mind. You know, when I think don't be afraid of anything, don't really worry things, because I'm going to have some time here for me to intuit, is this the right path, and to weigh those those pros and cons. I was saying it backwards, or however you want to say it. It wasn't coming out of my mouth right. Because next we have the Four of Swords. This guy supposedly came home from the war and he's laid down the sword, but it's right there ready to pick up if he has to go back out again. So this card's telling me it's a time of rest and respite, you know, because the Three of Swords comes right before this, and that's the heart with the three swords stuck in it. That's why I'm saying maybe some of us, this is some kind of love reading, and others of us maybe with the Queen of Cups or a new energy there, and I'm celebrating getting out of a partnership or a marriage that was really, you know, difficult, because I was carrying the load myself. So it's a time of rest and respite, of working on all of our problems, quietly and in faith, and in solitude. It's a necessary period after all the problems that the Three of Swords causes for us. So it's necessary that I take this time away. Sometimes this card, we could have been in pain or after surgery, or maybe we're healing from some kind of illness now, but now we're in the state of getting back up on our feet, or a state of recovery, whether it is from an emotional thing or a physical type of illness, one or the other. So we're taking time to think things out, think them through about what was going on in our life before. And sometimes we need to remove ourselves or put ourselves in our own little state of exile, like shutting the door, turning off the phone, turning off the TV, not talking to anybody for a couple days. Because during this time of the rest and respite, we need to plan, we need to reevaluate, what had I been doing in my life before this crisis hit, so I can get an understanding of it. So the card tells us, all in all, it's time to get my inner house in order, so that I'm not repeating something like a patterning that I've done before. It's really time for me to, step up to the plate, think about what I want to do. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of anything. I have all that courage. I can trust it. I might need an understanding of what happened before, but I'm not afraid of going forward. They just keep saying that to us, and I think it might be maybe a really important type of attitude for us to take this month, and especially stronger with those words. Well, don't be afraid. There's nothing to worry about. That's our angel card. That's kind of funny. It says you're safe in this situation, is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. I think that's a way for us to do it all the time. I just opened the angel book right to it, because we can be really big worry warts. It says the angels send this card to you because you've been needlessly worrying. Worry is a form of prayer that draws to you that which you do not desire. Release your worries to your angels, as there truly is nothing to worry about. In fact, your worries could create the self-fulfilling prophecy. Everything's much better than you imagine. Ask the angels to release you from worry. A happy outcome is inevitable. Avoid worrying, lest the negative emotion pull you and the situation down. The angels are with you and everything's okay. I told you, don't be afraid. This is like an excellent reading, but I can't discern, is this something to do with work energy or my personal life, like maybe a new relationship coming into being, something like that. So you have to place it where it goes. But I would not be upset or worried about anything. I'd just be patient and trusting that this is working out to my benefit, and making those decisions that move things out of the path that I don't want to carry my own self anymore. I think about it like that. Well, Capricorn, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them. I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me, or just go Neb, or if you want to set an appointment, all the information's down below the screen in the About section over at the website. Over at the website are 2 short videos. One explains prayer class I put out there for you. The other, the sutra classes. The prayer class tells you how and why to format prayers the way you do. Sutras are simple thought forms. Put them in a meditation. It takes 5 minutes. That's it. A day, and it enhances the clear perceptions dramatically. But the videos that explain it are over at the website. So to everybody I've met through 5 whole years of YouTubes now, and all of you I met through 33 years of doing this work, I want to tell y'all it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to serve you. And hopefully I will see you back here next month. Bye-bye.